Video. In today's video I will show you how to use widget kit as well as app intent with Swift data inside your Flutter application. I have already made a video on how to use Swift data with Flutter, so do check that out, that video first, because I will be building on that tutorial. I won't be explaining how Swift data works. So yeah, check that out video first, and we'll be building sorry, and we will be building on top of that project. So first of all I will show you guys a demo. So firstly, here is our project, here is our app. I will insert some data inside our Swift data. So I will just insert hi. Okay, so hi is inserted. Now what I will do is I will create an widget extension out of this. So all you have to do is go to your app, click on it, click on edit home screen, click on this plus button, search for your app. Okay, now here is my app. So here you can see whatever task I had added is been reflected inside this widget. So here you can choose what like how you want your widget to look like. So I will just choose this. Okay, and I'll click on done. Now what I will do is I will again go back to this app. I will add some another task. So I will just add by. Okay, insert data. So the data is inserted, and now if you go to your widget, it is not immediately reflected. Okay, so the widget time to refresh is 5 minutes, so it will be reflected by 5 minutes. I will come back to this again by the end of this tutorial, and it should be present inside my widgets. Okay, so 5 minutes I think is the minimum amount of time. You should not, I'm not exactly sure, you can Google search or read the Apple docs for it, but don't keep it like 1 second or 2 seconds, like your app might get rejected, or your widgets will stop working all of together, because you might be draining users battery a lot. So don't do that. Keep a minimum time. So yeah, first what you will have to do is you will have to create a widget. So what you can do is at the top you can select file from your Xcode, then you will have to select new, select, and then here you will have to select target. Inside target you have to just search for widget kit. So just search for widget extension. Okay, then select next. Once you select next, make sure you uncheck include live activity as well as include configuration app intent. Then you can give whatever name you want. I have given it as Flutter extension, so I have already created it. Okay, so once you do that, the next thing which you have to do is, we have already created this file while using Swift data, so you have to check mark this. Okay, flut extension. So whatever is your extension name, make sure you add the target membership to that as well. Next you will have to go to your toggle favorite. So you will have to create this file, toggle favorite intent. So this is used for app intent. Now what is the purpose of our app intent? Suppose you want to do some kind of an action from your widget itself, you can use app intent for that. So here what I will try to show you is, currently it is not working. I'm not sure whether it is an Xcode bug or a simulator bug, but if I try to favorite some task from our widget, it should get reflected inside the app itself. Again, it's not working, I'm not sure, but I will still show you guys a demo for it. So what I'm doing is that, so our task has a title, right? So if you go to our to-do model, it has a task name. So what I will do is, so it has a title which I will take. Make sure you are adding different title for your task name, or if you want you can pass the ID as well, because our ID is unique. But I have just to keep it simple, I have taken as the task name, and this is the this should be a task name as well, but I have named it as app idea name, and initialized as to empty string. Next I have this we will be passing it from this flutter extension file, so that's why I'm initializing it over here. And for perform action, so all I'm doing is that I'm first getting the model container, then I'm getting the descriptor for item.task_name equal to app id name. So the user will click on a particular task name, right, to favorite some item. So that's what we are getting over here, and from that we are getting all the items, and we are just getting the first item which gets matched. And for that the favorite property is toggle to true. So I have added this favorite property as well over here, and as well over here, right? Okay, so next what you will have to do, go to flutter extension, and here I have imported first Swift data, then I have marked all these method as main actors. Okay, because we are using Swift data in all of these files. Next, I have refactored the simple entry items to get items. So here you see refactored it to take an array of our to do model which we have created for Swift data, and then I am taking get items over here. So the get items is defined over here. Here again we are just getting the instance of model container, then we are getting descriptor to get all the items. So we are getting all the items, and then just returning the items, and if there is no item, just return an empty array. And here we are generating a snapshot. Again, here you might see an emoji variable, so that has just been replaced by items, everything else remains the same. Here as well, simple entry, date is now, items get items, and the policy. So here we have defined that the widget should refresh after every 5 minutes. So here you can specify your time, don't specify too low of a time, don't specify it in seconds. Then this is the get items functionality, this I have already told you, and this is how your widget will look like. So I have kept it simple, I have just done a for each loop, and this button will actually help us to do app intent stuff. If you don't want to do app instant, you can just comment this line out of button, as well as you don't need this toggle favorite intent Swift file as well. Okay, next I have done just created an hashtag for an image whether the item is favorited or not, and just added a spacer as well as some text. So that's it. Now let's go back to our widget just to see whether it was refreshed or not. So here you can see it got refreshed, and what app intent is like, if you try to favorite it over from over here, it should get favorited, but unfortunately I'm not sure why it's not working. So in case you know, okay, so here you can see now it worked. So that's how it is, like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it takes a bit of delay. So if I go to my app again, okay, oh sorry, I have not added this favorite check over here, but anyways that's fine. But all I wanted to show you to you guys that this got favorited, right? Let me try it to unfavorite it. Okay, that worked as well. Okay, like in my previous demo it was not working, that's why I told you maybe it will work. Okay, for high I think it is not working again, maybe it will take some time to be reflected, I guess. Again I'm not sure, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So yeah. Okay, one more thing which I wanted to tell you guys was you will have to go to your target runner, you will have to select your team. Okay, and then you will also have inside your capabilities, you will have to select this app group. So I have already added that, so you click on this capability, select app group. So this is how it is, and you will have to click on your plus button and add some group. So I have added group.flut app 12, you can add anything, and just click on that check mark. Similarly for extension as well, here you will have to select your team, and you will have inside capability, you will have to select app group. Click on capability, select app group, and here you will have to select the same group which you have defined it on the target side. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. While building the project, I was using Xcode 15 obviously, and you have to set the minimum deployment target to 17 because you are using Swift data. One more thing which I faced an issue with Xcode 15 was, I am not sure by the time you are watching it, it could have already been resolved, but at this time, at least for Xcode 15.0 stable version, I am facing this issue. So the issue was, when I was trying to build the application, I was getting an error saying cycle inside runner building produced unreliable results due to DHT root, something like this. And to resolve this issue, what I had to do is I had to go to build phases. So I had to go to build phases, I have to go to runner, and over here, so this embed frameworks and embed foundation would be at this bottom below thin binary. So you will have to move this above run script. So just drag and drop above run script this embed frameworks as well as embed foundation extension, and then try to run your app. That should resolve your issue. Thank you, bye.